So welcome back to part 2, where as you can see, I found something. I don't know how much of a problem this is going to be for big trucks, but obviously I should have taken the bypass on my way down here with, with the Humvee. So, now that we got a conveniently placed point, this wasn't much of a drama to get out. I basically just parked the crane and then pulled it out, set it on its side, and then rolled it. And then I'm just using it to get the trailer out here because, I mean, theoretically, it's low enough to the ground that I could theoretically try to use it to haul more out of here. But honestly, at this point, I'm going to stick to my system for right now and just get these out of here. And we've got some fuel, so that's why I didn't worry about moving the Tega back into position. And honestly, that little shortcut I used last video, I can probably go up and down relatively safely with the Hummer. So I can sort of shuttle down more fuel. So we'll give it about 80 liters, so this shouldn't be as scary for a scout vehicle. Just watching it bounce. Now, first important thing, before we put fuel in it, let's, repair the fuel tank. Because, yeah. And I'm not gonna use it to haul stuff out of here, but that will probably help it. And repair supplies into there. I went and got a trailer, but I pretty much used all the repair points on the A&K, which I then, during the darkness, decided I wasn't going to use for this contract, so I drove it back to the garage. And the fuel tank only had 15 hemp points on it, so it needed repairs, and it took one of the 2 tires also, and then I don't think I used the other tire, but it's just sitting there. I wasn't going to bring it down here. I love the Humvee because it hauls in that little cargo area, so it's not as high up. I like to use trucks like this for scouting. I've been driving around with a C58W, and it's surprisingly, I don't know if it's just because I'm on the stock 37s, but it's surprisingly resistant to tipping over. But generally speaking, I prefer vehicles like this. And if either the Rizwani Hercules or the Chevy Apache were able to tow scout trailers, I probably would have bought them just to have another vehicle that carries its repair points relatively low. Anyway, should be enough. Now let's see if I can make this back up here to get some more fuel. So I haven't tried going up this yet. So we'll just do more damage while we're at it, because why not? You can see my engine's kind of already taken a beating doing this, but yay! We got back, and we'll take some fuel from here. Because I don't know if fuel already is going to be enough. So we're going to take Tega into here, and then we'll just get this down, and then we'll just drive this straight out, because we don't need it down here anymore after I transfer this fuel. Don't worry, the Burlak is still in its situation. I'm going to try and rescue it with the crane truck and capture that on camera once we're done moving slate blocks out of here. So, refuel, and then we're going to go trunk repair supplies into there. Okay, that should be more than enough to get it out, because all it's going to be doing is driving itself out. It's not going to be hauling any blocks. So that should be more than enough for that job. Oh no, I really damaged the engine with that bash. doesn't look like it's to the point where it's going to constantly stall on me, but we may be hauling this back on the BM-17 Royal as a cargo from the parking spot. Or I may be lifting it all the way out with the crane if I can't get it up here. Oh, would you look at that? I guess we're just parking it here, and we'll get the crane. Let's see. Not going to be able to get it all the way up, but I can at least set it up on this ledge here. See if we can actually get it all the way up. Oh, he says, after saying we're not going to... Oh, no, the weight's not going to allow me. Not positioned, so the best I can do is set it up here. That should be hopefully good enough. Oh, wow. Okay, so put this down because looks like I need to reposition this truck in order for this idea to work. Oopsie. And we probably need to move this out of the way. And this should hopefully, question mark, be a good enough place to get it at least up to here. See, the question is, will it stay? I'm gonna try pushing it a little there. It did not look like it wanted to stay. See if I can reach the Humvee. Nope, I can't. Oh, that would have been too easy. Okay. Oh, now. Just far enough away that I can't transfer to the truck I want, of course. So oh, well, you know what? Guess we are driving the Veyron all the way down here. So guess there's no reason not to bring this up and finish loading the twin steel then. And we might as well bring the Humvee up with us while we're doing that. Well, this has certainly been an interesting adventure. And I didn't take the right angle for this, did I? Oh, of course I did. So I guess I'm leaving the Humvee there and I'll pull it out of the pit, pay to recover it, or endure the constant stalling, taking it a long way out. But let's get up here. You know, this is just a bad idea. I'm gonna drive it the long way around, because if I don't do that, this is going to end in tears. Let's see. Oh, I found the perfect place to wedge it. Oh, of course I did. This is dicey. Okay, that's sort of safer. That anchor just keeps getting caught in the ground. That's the problem. Okay. Okay. Disaster averted. And since we're taking the long way up and around, I'm gonna pull the hunt tape with me. Okay. Let's go. And actually I was gonna say I don't care what happens, but I probably should care about the fuel tank, so let's transfer some of the fuel into here. That way I only lose 14 liters if I do end up puncturing the gas tank. Try not to, but it may be unavoidable at this point. So. Did I pick an awkward place to stop? Because that's what it looks like I did. Either that or this is what I get for using stock height suspension of 43-inch tires instead of 47s. Things get a little more difficult because the crane's going to catch on things. Okay, the Humvee cleared it. And the only reason I'm showing this part is just simply because I'm going to stop and rescue the burlap. Otherwise, this would probably be something that takes place off camera. It's not really all that interesting. And maybe I should be taking a shortcut, but I think I can reach the square. Let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, yeah. This is just this problem area for scouts. That's it. Okay, that's good to know. When I get out of this mud, I'll show there's one other area where you should be careful. And I had plenty of drama because I didn't realize trying different approaches. I finally realized that maybe it wasn't the best idea to drive a scout there. And that would be... Okay, it's up here. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, yeah. When you come up this winding road, this area is... You can kind of get past it. Oh, no, that's not the area I'm thinking of. This area, you can kind of get past it with quick, but this area can be a real problem for scouts, and I probably should have driven around it instead of trying to cross on the road, but be careful. Should be able. And by the way, I have the hanger on this file, so I am actually using the stock engine in the Taycan, so. Although you could argue it's just the angles from getting caught on rocks in the engine I'm using doesn't really matter. But anyway. Also, it looks like this is going to be a mini-series, as in there's probably going to be at least 3 parts, maybe 4. Just, I'm looking at the timer and what length of videos I normally do. And this one's getting up there. And if I cut this part out, me just driving from where the burlap is, you wouldn't save enough time to be able to make sure it was only 2 videos. we're probably guaranteed at least 3, and depending on how well things go, that's going to determine whether it's 3 or 4 parts, is what it's looking like for this contract that you would think was just going to be, oh, let's get 4 pieces of fuselage-sized cargo out of this area and deliver them. That can't be hard at all. Yeah. Should have known better since this is a new cargo introduced with this DLC. I should have known better. But here we go. I'm running OHD 1s because the single muds, the rear of the truck will squat really badly with the weight of the crane, so you definitely want to be running full rears if you're going to put the crane on this truck. That's one thing I can say for sure. I'll do this little cut across, and now that we're here, I'm hoping the crane just has enough power that it can just get this up here. This area of rocks right here is also can be somewhat of a problem. And this is why I didn't try to drive the twin steer down here, because I actually caught down here when I had all 3 tires and got stuck here and had to try to back out. Eventually had to send another vehicle for rescue, so I don't think you can come down here with the twin steer because of this little rock formation. Unless, of course, you took the relatively risky way that I was showing off. Anyway, let's see if we can lift this. Put it back on. Okay, that was surprisingly not painful. Oh, but now it wants to tip over there. Okay. And I'll just use that off camera to tow the Humvee out. Let's go load the twin steer. Which should be able to get out with the burlap. Although I've had a little drama with it coming down here too. So that's not the way I should be going. I want to avoid getting the crane itself and... Oh, no. This is a dicey situation right here. I'm gonna drive here because that's the safest thing I can do in that situation. And come up this way. Although, honestly, when I go into low gear, having a more powerful engine may have helped right here. But we got through. And let's see if we can at least get this first set of slate delivered. That I think is our goal for this episode.